Hey, what's up guys, this is Daniel, DLFproductions, and I want to do a vlog because I've just been thinking about something I want to talk about. And before I continue on, I want to let everyone know that I'm not at my own house, I'm at my friend's for that staying over for the night. So just letting you guys know, because I'm not in my own bedroom or anything like that. I'm in my friend's house staying over for the night. Well, anyway, continue on what I was about to say. It's just letting you guys know. See, what I want to talk about is this thing I heard about a while back, and I found this on BladeDisgusting.com, and this is what I heard. I heard that they want to do a reboot of the Resident Evil movies. I shit you not that they want to do that. I know the movies were not perfect, but not every movie's gonna be perfect in its own standards, and it's got its own franchise of the films and games, and I know the movies weren't close to the games, period. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I know I'm gonna get shit on, but I actually don't mind the movies. I really don't, because I like them for what they are. And I know somebody's gonna say, yeah, I know you like it because it has Mila Jovovich. Well, they pronounce it Jovovich, but I call it Jovovich. That's just how I roll. Alright. A little seriousness, and I don't mind the movies. That's just my opinion, and I'm gonna stick with it. You don't like it? You know, well, you don't have to like my opinion, but you don't have to trash me. I like the games too. So yes, I know what I'm saying. And this is the article I found on Blade Disgusting about the reboot, and I know it might be okay to start off a new story and all that, start fresh, try to fix it, but this, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking, because from what I hope they ain't sticking with this idea they have for this film, this reboot. I just hope it's just a talk. Man, the reboot thing, I don't mind. The idea they have for it, the story, doesn't sound right. Now I'm gonna start reading the article to you guys, just so you know what I'm talking about. Resident Evil franchise gets a quasi-reboot with Begins. Yes, folks, they're gonna do a Begins. Oh, like that sounds so original, that subtitle. Okay. While Sony Screen Gems is prepping Resident Evil 4 Afterlife, the 3D sequel slated to arrive in theaters August 27, 2010. Bloody Disgusting has learned exclusively and confirmed that the studio is already looking forward to the 5th film. While Mila Jovovich is confirmed for Afterlife, it's got to be getting expensive and increasingly difficult to keep her on board. Even though she is married to producer Paul W.S. Anderson, instead of moving forward with the ongoing story, the studio is planning a quasi-reboot, which is tentatively titled Resident Evil Begins. While it's a long way off, the idea is to redo the story of a special military unit who fights a powerful, out-of-control supercomputer and hundreds of scientists who have mutated into flesh-eating creatures after a laboratory accident. What do you guys think about a reboot only 8-9 years after the franchise began? Well, I'll tell you my answer. I think it might be an okay idea. I know I can't believe I'm saying that. Some people will be pissed when about the idea of a reboot. I know it's fucking stupid. I mean, it just came out like almost a decade ago, that movie. Just think about it. Almost over a fucking decade. And I can't believe it's been that many years. Seems like that movie just came out. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm like in between. I mean, I like the idea of it, but at the same time, I don't know. I know they might not have it. I know they ain't gonna put the Alice character back in there. That's all I know. I know people are watching this right now are not a fan of movies, which I can understand. Probably going, yay, no more Alice. I don't think we can do Resident Evil 8 Superman. But it said special military forces. You know what's funny? That's pretty much what they're saying right there. It sounds like the fucking first film. Except they want to redo it. Laboratory accident, flesh-eating zombies. I knew that was coming. But the military thing, I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hope that they're referring to the motherfucking stars. I am not kidding you. They probably want to put the stars in the film, which is a good thing for me, I can say. Finally a proper story that they're looking for. And I'm going to read to you again that last part to make sure you're not hearing me wrong. See, they want to redo the story with a military unit who fights a powerful out-of-control supercomputer, which has been done already. Why the fuck you want to reuse the stupid Red Queen? I mean, she's in the game, but is it really necessary? And hundreds of scientists who have mutated into blah blah blah, we already know that. What? And this is what I don't get. If you're gonna do a reboot, here's the thing. Make them the Stars team. You know, try to connect the fans a bit. So that way they don't get pissed off like they did the first film. That's why a lot of people gave the first film shit to begin with. And if you really want to make it proper, at least do it the right way. And from what that sounds, and redoing that story, you know what, really personally, I don't care if they redo it, as long as they do it properly. And those people that are fans of the film, when they hear about this, they're going to be thinking, what the hell? Are they really going to touch this film and mess it up? Well, for some fans of the game who've seen the movie, they feel this movie messed everything up. Once again, I'm not going to argue with that, because I can totally agree with them. It's not really close to the story. Yes, it ain't. So no, it ain't close. But doesn't that mean, is it good as its own story? I will admit the whole Alice being super powerful and all that's a bit ridiculous and over the top, and it takes away the idea of survival, and it kind of makes it a little less fun. It takes the fundamental of that, of the whole process of Resident Evil. But you know, if they do a reboot, this is what I hope they finally get to doing, and they better do it fucking right. Get Leon Kennedy. I'm not kidding, they better fucking put Leon for the reboot, because they didn't do him once for these films. And what I think is really insulting, that they cut his part out in Afterlife. Something they were gonna do, put him in Afterlife. But no, seeing they're really not fair, and they really want to fuck all that up, obviously we ain't gonna get Leon. But you know what, that's just the way of life, and that's the way movie studios are, and writers, so they're gonna really change things the way they look at it. And you know, the thing is like once again, I don't really mind the reboot, but the idea of, from what it sounds like, they're gonna redo that same story from the first film, The Cult Begins. You know, I'm a little in between with the idea. I mean, it's a good idea to start off fresh, try to start all over again. But what doesn't seem right is that I feel like once again they're not gonna go straight forward with the game's point of view. I just hope they do it right. Hell, makes you wonder if Paul Anderson's getting involved with that one. Hell, if Paul Anderson ain't right in this one, then that must mean the reboot's gonna be done by someone who can actually write the fucking story properly. Someone that's more close to the games. Someone who actually did play it. Not because someone said they played it. And I just hope, once again, I just hope they do everything properly if they do reboot it. which is confirmed. And yes, folks, there is going to be a 5th. And as long as they do one thing proper with this movie, I don't mind. But if they're going to fuck it up again with the reboot, then, oh well. Can't really win them all, do we? But then again, a lot of people wanted to see a reboot of the movies since they came out. A remake. Well, not a remake, because a remake would be remaking the first film, but that's what it sounds like. But you know what, like I said, I ain't gonna bitch about it personally, because I do like the first 3 films. I'm not gonna lie to myself, I know as bad as they get, but they have their